Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? I am like 3 minutes late this morning. This is why I had to make a big cup of tea. Look at the size of that cup compared to my head. I don't do small cups of tea and coffee, particularly in the morning. I've had a bit of a mad morning this morning because I can't leave my new display stand alone. I've been titivating. So that's why I'm a bit late this morning. Anyway, good morning. How are you this morning? I thought I would drop on this morning because I've been delving into the mind of a creative all of last week and all of this week in advance of my 5-day challenge. So I'm going to mention that from the get-go because I do dive into this in my 5-day challenge in a deeper way, in a different way. So if this is something that you struggle with when you watch this today and you think, I'd like to get some work done on that, then join my challenge. Come along. It's free. 5 days with me next week, Easter week. And it could transform your business and your life. I am telling you this because it's happened for lots of other women. Anyway, good morning. I hope you are well. I will be sipping my large cup of tea throughout this live. Now, why this is one of the biggest things I come across with creative women all the time, and not just creative women. Good morning, Babs. Lovely to see you. Women in general not charging your worth because you do not value your self enough to charge what you are really, really worth in your craft, in whatever it is you do, whether that is helping people, coaching people, creating arts and crafts, being an artisan, whatever it is. This is such a barrier in the women that I come across through my business. And I wanted to talk about it because I ended up talking about this. I did a money mindset talk on Monday morning in a big group, a MIB international group, and it came up again and again, this charging my worth. I struggle to charge my worth. I really struggle with my money mindset because it's a dual edge thing. It's about your money mindset and how you have been raised and what your understanding of money is, but it's also about you and your self-esteem and how you see yourself and whether you see yourself as worthy of charging for your products and services. So I wanted to talk about this openly today and say, look, you're not alone. There's literally virtually every woman. It's a very select few that automatically go into business and know their worth and charge their worth. Everybody else struggles with this. It's a battle. And I want you to know that A, you're not alone, but B, looking forward to next week, hun. Thank you. A, you're not alone, but B, you are worth so much. Good morning, Kirsty. And this is how the best way for me to explain it is to explain how I see my worth. And then I want you to think really hard about how you see your worth using the example that I give you. Okay. So when I went into my business, I knew that I wanted to deliver a premium program to women that could really help them, to transform them, to change their lives and their businesses and get them on rails so they knew exactly where they were going. So I knew what that had real value. Okay. And stay with me on this. I also know that my time has real value because when you are buying an hour of my time, or when you are buying one of my programs that is going to help to transform you, you are not just buying an hour and you're not just buying a program. You are buying 30 years of business experience, 3 degrees, 6 coaching qualifications. You are buying decades of knowledge, experience, failures, successes. You are buying somebody who's lost everything, rebuilt their life and their wealth, bought a mini castle, has a really successful business, and is stepped into her power doing what she loves with creative. That's what you are buying when you buy in to an hour of my time or one of my programs. So I knew that had a value. And this is what I want to think of you, to think of yourself like. When people are buying from you, even if they are buying a painting from you or a print from you or a craft item from you that you have lovingly made, or a sculpture that you have lovingly made. They are not buying that single piece. They are buying all of your education, all of your life experience, your view of the world, all of the years of stuff that goes behind you into creating that product or service at that particular time in your life. That is what you are selling. And this is where lots of women just, they see themselves, they've done something, they've maybe painted something that's taken them 3 or 4 hours, and then they're going to sell it for what, 40 quid? So you're getting less than the minimum wage and it's not covering your costs. And I come across this all the time. But nobody else can paint it or create it like you, or sew it like you, or imagine it like you, or design it like you, because you are so special and unique, because the way that you do all of those things comes from your life experience. And that has a value. If you look at some of the gurus out there, so I'm going to use, there are lots of coaches out there. I could use Tony Robbins. Let's use Tony Robbins. I could pick any of them. Okay, he charges a premium price for his programs to work with people. He does not work. I mean, if you want to work one-to-one with Tony Robbins, you're into the tens of thousands to work with Tony Robbins, because he's built his business up to such a high level, and it's now very premium and he's in demand. So he values his time. I respect that. He values his time. I do that. My one-to-one price for coaching is £350, because if you want an hour of my time, that's how much it is. Tony Robbins probably like £25,000 an hour, but he's got this big, huge business, so he can charge that, and he attracts all the billionaires. So that's fine. There's a space for all of us wherever we are, and that's what I'm going to say to you now. Tony Robbins has created a brand, and he has packaged it, and he is selling courses for thousands that help people, because it's based on his knowledge and experience. People are not just buying a course, they're buying him, his knowledge, experience, his life, his successes, his failures, because he wasn't always a success. It's the same with me. It's the same with lots of other people out there. Now, in amongst that, some people have jumped into that space, charging a premium price, and do not have that life experience. So be cautious. That's one of the things I'm going to say to you. Be really cautious before you go and spend thousands of pounds, and make sure that the person that you're doing that with does have the background, the qualifications, the knowledge, the experience to be able to help you where you're at, where you are at right now. Because if the person that you choose cannot meet you where you're at, or you cannot work with them because they are at too high a level. A lot of these programs, if you went straight into a Tony Robbins program now and spent maybe £3,000 or £4,000 to buy it, you might buy it and you might sort of give up halfway through and realize it wasn't for you, because that's not meeting you where you're at. It's right up there, and maybe you're not there yet. So be very cautious when you are thinking of investing. So I've gone off tangent a bit, but this is also about your self-worth. People think that investing in someone that's really successful is going to make them as successful. Well, there's a long journey to that place, and you've got to be really cautious when you're investing in yourself. And this is about your self-worth, because you are worthy of investment. First things first, you are worthy of investment. Spending money to help develop yourself in your life and your business is not a waste of money. It's not like the kids' shoes are more important than that. They're not. You're the most important asset in your business. When you step into your power and your self-worth, it changes everything. It literally changes everything. When you can see the value in your products and services, it changes everything. Because people only see you the way that you are presenting yourself. So if you're presenting yourself as an artist or a creative or an author or whatever it is that sells their products really cheaply and doesn't value themselves, then other people don't value you either. And it's a tough one, because I know it's really scary. And what sits at the back of it is fear. It's really scary to go, right, I'm going to charge this. And I'm going to use Lucy in this. I always use Lucy as an example, but maybe I'll not use Lucy today. Let me use Rachel Beatty. Rachel Beatty was one of my clients. Now, go and have a look at Rachel Beatty. She's not a traditional creative, but she's creative in her manner and in her thinking. She joined me. She is now really successful in her business, Mind Strong, because she stuck with her niche. She has faced her fears and she has just become a published author, which is absolutely amazing. And she shares that throughout social media at a really high level, knowing her value and knowing her worth. But it took her 18 months to get there, to believe that she was worth that. Okay, it doesn't come easy and it doesn't come quick. So if you're going to buy a program or a course or invest in yourself that's maybe £2,000 in 12 weeks, you are not going to change in 12 weeks. You'll do the program, you'll learn very little, you'll come out at the end of it, you'll have spent the money, and you'll possibly be in the same place. You might be a little bit further forward, but if you haven't worked on your money mindset, and you haven't worked on your self-worth, your self-esteem, the way that you think and how you charge for your products and services, you're going to come out the other end the same. I don't let that happen. That's why my program is 12 months. I keep you for 12 months because you need 12 months. If you're not valuing yourself and your products right now, you need the input and the level of connection and meeting you where you're at that I offer. So that's why I stepped into the creative space, to help you ladies that don't value yourself to see your value, because you are gold. You are truly gold. And I just hold up the mirror and say, look at this, look at how amazing you are. What can we do with this? So I wanted to talk about this today because this is that one block in the mind of the creative that I see all of the time, regularly. It doesn't matter what else is going on. It's I want to help people. I want to do this so it's affordable, but that's devaluing yourself. Don't devalue yourself. Don't dim yourself, because society has done enough of that for you. Yeah. As women, we are devalued. We are dimmed. We are put in boxes of mother, wife. We are dimmed and devalued. As creatives, we have another layer of that. Starving artist, you will be on the poverty line. You will not earn enough money. You will not be able to make a living from your craft. So there's lots of layers going through society that are telling you from a very young age, I might add, even through the schooling system, that you are not worthy. So it's really, you cannot become, hey, I am worthy and I am going to charge this for my work in a 12-week program or a 6-week program, or without getting the right person to help you. So that's what I want you to think on today. You are worthy of charging the right amount for your work. So I want you to start here. I want you to have a look at what you do. How many hours does it take you to produce? How many hours and months and weeks and years did it take you to get to the skills that you have right now to produce what it is you produce? Yeah, you are not selling just a little piece of, here, I've got little pieces of, all right, that's a mat. It's a mass-produced mat, peeling at the edges, that I bought because it's Led Zeppelin in concert, that I paid sort of $7.50 for. Mass-produced, that's all it's worth. If it's even worth that, it probably cost them 50p to produce that. Yeah, that's worth nothing. However, let me turn my laptop round. That painting up there is an oil painting of Robert Plant, my hero, yeah, who is the lead singer of Led Zeppelin. And I found a portrait artist on Instagram that does portraits of celebrities, and asked him if he could do Robert Plant for me. And he charged me £150. And I went back to him and said, you are undercharging. You are undercharging. I could go and buy a print or a photograph of Robert Plant for £150. You are doing me an oil painting. You are undercharging. And he was like, well, that's just how much I charge. So this is not just women, it's men as well. But I am happy to pay that level, that money for an original piece and have that in my office, because it's something that I treasure and it's something that I want, and I value the work and the time that's gone into it. And I want you to feel like you are worth that. You are worth more than £150 for an oil painting like that one. So if you have these doubts and these things go through your head, and this is you, get your butt into my 5-day challenge. really decide to do something. It starts on Monday. The link is in the comments, either above or to the side, whichever way you're watching this. Click the link, sign up for the challenge, and come and do the work. It will take you literally 20 minutes in the morning to watch the video, do the workbook. Then you join me at night for, you can ask questions in the afternoon. And then in the evening, I'm live every night answering your questions and helping you. It's a fantastic, warm community. It's always packed full of other creative women, all with the same problems. Yeah. So get yourself in there. It will help you with your self-worth. Even if you don't sign up to work with me and you don't need to, and there's no pressure, I do not harass you. Yeah. But get yourself in there because it's free and you'll learn something and you'll come out feeling like you can. And that's why I run these challenges, because I want you to feel like you can. Okay, that's me. I didn't even have a sip of my tea. I'm going to now. I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. I am opening the doors to the local community on Sunday, to my art bank, and inviting them all in for a look. I've got loads of snacks and drinks to put out for them, for munchies. And I'm going to invite everybody. I've got a poster in every single shop on the high street. They're in nurseries, they're everywhere. So all of Dalbeattie has been invited to come and have a neb at my art bank on Sunday. So that's what I'll be doing. And then Sunday night at 7:30, I kick off my 5-day challenge. So I've got a busy weekend ahead of me. I hope you have a lovely, relaxing weekend. I'm going back to Tittivate, my new display stand, and I've got all of my current clients sending me stuff at the minute to sell on it. So that's really exciting too. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll be back Tuesday night, 7 p.m, my normal live time. See you then, ladies, and thank you so much for watching. I am grateful for you.